So now we're going to start hearing more and more people coming out and claim that they were naive, they didn't know better, they were fooled, Bitcoin was misrepresented. Yeah, it's going to be a Bitcoin Trojan horse. I've always said that. It's the beta test coin. It always was. But it was really easy to figure out. I mean, if you're silly enough to look at the idea that, oh, well, it's worth more on the market, so it must be better. Well, that's pretty foolish and simplistic. You know, there was a time people thought that Blockbuster was a better idea than Netflix because it was worth more. You know how silly that was. That's not what works, guys. For me, it was real easy. I took the metrics. The metrics for XRP looked better than the metrics and the performance than they did for Bitcoin. And then I put it to the test. I ran a transaction on both of them, and it didn't even pass the smell test. It was so obvious. And with everything that I read about XRP, its settlement speed, its finality, the fact that you don't have to mine it, it just made a lot more sense. Plus, you look at the team behind it, the company behind it, the relationships that they had. I mean, they were meeting with the Fed every week. Who does that, right? It just didn't, you know, for me, it was just obvious. It was a new and improved version of Swift on more advanced technology that could work globally and instantly. That made more sense to me. That was something we did not have, and we have it now with XRP. And as soon as we get that Clarity Act done, nobody's going to be running to try to say, hey, I got to run my stuff on Bitcoin. No, that software does not, or that software doesn't work for this application. Global Digital Bridge Currency. You know, it doesn't work for that. It doesn't even work for Taco Stand. All right. It doesn't even work for what they like to say. It's a store of value. Well, look at where it was a year ago and look at where it is today. You tell me how much value it's stored. I've seen that story many times with Bitcoin. It's always been an obvious Trojan horse. All right. Some things in this world are obvious. Obama was an obvious fool. He didn't know what he was doing. Biden was obviously a puppet. He wasn't running the government. Those things are obvious. Some maybe not so obvious. Bush 1 and 2, we thought were Republican conservatives, but it wasn't as obvious. It's pretty obvious now in hindsight. All right. Bitcoin's not disguised as well as the Bushes were. Bitcoin is an obvious non-factor. It never performed true to its white paper. Its white paper was this new currency, right, that was going to run the world. It was impractical because it didn't function that way from